10A, Board of Supervisors, regular meeting.
My niece should move.
No, I didn't. I have more to do than just a supervisor.
The first item on the agenda is to approve the minutes of the regular June 7th, 2016 regular meeting.
You're good.
Chairman, I'll move item 1.
Now,
I'll second.
you're welcome. Anybody? Her? Oh.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? The second item on the agenda is to receive and place on file drainage repairs. We do have one turned in by Mark Lynch. It's in Drainage District number 219, Jackson Township, section 26. We have a blow off the tile marked with the flag.
Mr. Chairman, I move the drainage repair.
Oh, I'll second that.
Questions or comments on drainage? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 3 is to accept and place on file the resignation of Tyler Powers, correctional officer, effective June 17th, 2016.
I'll move I'll agree. I'll second.
Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 4, accept and place on file resignation of Haley Howell, part-time home care aide, effective June 15th, 2016.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move item 4. Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 5, authorize Webster County Services Department to post a job opening for targeted case manager.
Mr. Chairman, I move item 5.
I'll second his motion, Mr. Chairman.
Ken, any
Yeah,
questions?
just for public information, and just to kind of let folks know what's happening with case management. Probably a year ago, there was question as to whether or not our case management unit would even be in existence anymore. Through the hard work of Allison Hauser, our case management supervisor, and she's also data administrator for our region, as well as the work of our case managers and the quality of work that they're doing, we have great opportunities before us. Allison has done a great job of working with the MCOs, the managed care organizations who have come in taking over Medicaid for our state of Iowa, and they're very interested in subcontracting with our case management unit to expand the services that are being provided, as well as take on new clients. We've been offered region-wide
125.
125 new cases region-wide, and several here in our county, and plus around other counties. We also are taking on a case management services in another county right next to our region for a county in another region. So a lot of opportunities have been offered. All of our case managers are at maximum caseload right now, and with these additional folks, we believe that we need to add another case manager. But I just think it's important to recognize that this is a quality service, a very important service for the people who have disabilities and who are needing someone to help coordinate and oversee the services they're receiving. So for that reason, we're asking for at least one additional person for our case management.
Do you want to explain how this is funded?
This is funded. This is directly funded by Medicaid. These are not county dollars that go into paying this person's salary benefits. These are all reimbursed out of a cost-settled arrangement with Medicaid, or in this case, it would be the MCOs.
And how many cases or clients does each case manager handle?
We have 178, and we only lost 15 to the MCO out of this county. AmeriHealth is going to be our long-term subcontracting. I've been down to IME, and I secured 4 additional waiver contracts that we previously never provided service for the region. So now we're providing for physical disability, health and disability, the AIDS and the HIV, and we're also working on the elderly waiver, and then we are working on the state plan now to get the child mental health waiver and the CMI folks as an option of a choice to come back and provide services. With that, our caseloads right now are at about 38. For each case manager, we were actually short 2 of what our original budget was. We lost 2 back in December. So that is kind of what we're looking at, replacing that, and then we're taking on additional cases. The state of Iowa is also releasing 200 or 2,000 waiver slots within probably the next 3 to 6 months. And any of those that are contracted with AmeriHealth, they are wanting County Social Services Integrated Care Management to provide those services in our region. We've also taken on, I've worked with Hardin County and Franklin County, because North Central Case Management is closing. So we have taken on those cases. We took on, I think, 28 from Franklin and 15 from Hardin. They're also asking possibility to go up to Story County, because they are also going to be closing their case management doors coming down the road. So we have a lot of potential for growth and development.
Any other questions, comments, or anything else? We really are excited about this opportunity. It provides opportunities for our own case managers as well as provide excellent service for people that need it.
So kind of basically what you're saying is like we were kind of up in the air as to whether we were going to have all our case managers go somewhere else.
Exactly.
And now it looks to me like maybe it's consolidating here. So we're going to have that employment in town and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Plus space and everything. So it seems to me like that's good.
It's a win-win. It really is a win-win for the community as well as for the people. Sure.
Any questions from the board? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 5 carries. Item number 6 is to review and consider an easement agreement between Webster County and Roland and Mary Musselman for the installation of a septic system on 66 feet of county right-of-way, which abuts Lot 2 of Scenic Valley First Edition.
I would move that we review and consider. I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Randy, do you want to kind of explain this?
Okay, well,
Sorry.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I can start at least how we got here. I was contacted by Eric Eady, who represents the Musselmans. He had indicated to me that he had spoke with Mr. Will, I believe Mr. Sanders, and maybe 1 or 2 members of the board regarding obtaining an easement to install a septic line under a county-owned right-of-way. Basically, that's why the item's on the agenda. He did provide the agreement that I have circulated to the members of the board, along with some suggestions as far as what changes might need to be made if that agreement was entered into. Naturally, I have no opinion on whether or not this is something that the board does. That's probably something that Randy can look at.
So, yeah, I can make my comments. Yeah, I think Eric Eady did initially contact Lonnie Nichols, the planning and zoning administrator, and myself, and Ryan Motors about the same time period. And on June 3rd, I sent you an email just to say that I believe the property, the road, it's platted for a road, but the road has not been developed on this last northerly, we'll call it northerly lot of Scenic Drive. And this individual is having difficulty, probably because there's going to be a transaction of property, they need to get a compliant septic system in, and they found that they have limited options. So, and one option is they wanted to put it in the platted right away, but I'm not in favor of that. I mean, if you want to look long term, if there's ever a potential for improving or extending Scenic Drive, you could say that, what are the odds, but it's still a possibility. Then that septic system in the right of way causes a issue. Another option could be that they could acquire property to the north, see if they could acquire just enough property to put in a septic system, and then they could work with the Board of Health on that, I believe. So, and then there were some comments made by Ryan and myself that if you were to approve the agreement, maybe would you consider inserting some language that would require a Musselman to get a permit, so there's something in writing, and then I've also requested you had other language that's kind of a standard clause in all of our permits. So whatever you decide is obviously it's your decision, final decision, and all of us will abide by it. But I just thought we had to set our opinion.
Are they here today?
Nichols, planning zoning administrator, and I would support what Chief Engineer Will mentioned about potential for growth in the future and extending the roadway north if there were to be a, what I say, appetite for further development along the river. The R2 zoning district does continue further north from the last current residence that the Buffaloes are looking at purchasing. So there, you already have a district zoning boundary set up that goes a little bit further north.
Do you happen to know, is it, for clarification for me, is the house on the last platted lot, or is there a platted lot to the north, one more? Do you recall?
I had that.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any more platted lots. I just, I pulled up just before this meeting, and the R2 zoning district does go further north.
Just for some reason, I thought somebody was mentioning that there's actually another physical lot platted.
I don't, yeah, it doesn't show in the map.
Brian, do you, it seems like the Eric Eady, when he said it was not strong enough, let's just put it, to protect us, that, my concerns are that they know full well that if tomorrow we want to put a road in there, we're going to tear their septic system out at their expense. And I mean, I think we have to protect ourselves for sure that way.
He does have language in the agreement regarding future liability, but it does just say maintenance, like future maintenance, so it doesn't actually address the county coming in and tearing it out. It addresses liability. It says that the owners will take liability if the county comes in, puts a roadway over it, and causes damage. It doesn't say anything about just completely removing it.
Right? I just think if we go that way, we've got to be pretty strong in our wording.
There is an alternative to the septic system. They do have a septic system that you have checked every year from the DNR, but they do have an alternative. It costs more, but they can put a septic system in their lot, and it filters it 3 or 4 more times, and it actually dumps the water back into the river clear. So, if it was me, I would put that system in, because who knows what they might have to use that anyway. I think there is another alternative for them to take care of the problem.
Another thing for the county to be aware of, that the county does just own the right of way. They don't own the underlying property. And at least a week ago, there had been no agreement between the Musselmans and the underlying property owners. And I don't know if the board would want to enter into an agreement where the actual property owner has not agreed to allow the septic.
So this is a transaction of some sort that Musselmans don't own the property, is what you're saying?
No, the Musselmans, what I'm saying is the county does not actually own this property, and the agreement would only be between the county and the Musselmans. It doesn't take into account the actual property owners.
Who's that?
I'm not sure the actual property owners are.
So even if this board approves this, they still have to appeal the property owner.
Unless they just assume that using the county right of way is acceptable.
Well,
I don't think we want to get into that.
I have a little problem with that, just, I mean, we're making a agreement with somebody on something they don't own, that doesn't make any sense to me.
If there was no other alternative, then we'd have to make it, but there is another alternative.
And they do have an alternative to try and purchase more land from the field in the north too, so.
Any other discussion?
Yeah, question.
Okay.
Randy, historically, as we've had requests in the past, or it's come to their attention that someone is utilizing the ditch area or the county right-of-way area, normally don't you persuade that individual to stop using that? In other words, is it the norm that we not entertain private use of?
Right. Yeah, we have a ordinance that has been in place several years, ordinance number 28, that regulates the public road right of way, and you do need a written permission or Mike's point is well taken, that the county does not own this right of way. We have easement for highway purposes. And it's understood that when you have easement for highway purposes, we do give utility permits for utility companies to occupy the right of way, but to, I don't know, put a retaining wall or to do all sorts of other activities right of way is against the ordinance. And if we become aware of it, we probably follow up and try to tell them to discontinue it. And then if they fail to, I turn it over to the county attorney's office for prosecution against them.
Yeah, and that kind of brings up, Bob's question brings up another problem I had with it, is set precedence, let's call it, on anybody, anywhere in the county that has an acreage coming to us and want to put their septic system underneath our road. You know, I just think we're opening up a can of worms.
All right, if there's no further questions or comments, I'll call for the vote. All in favor of entering into an agreement with the Webster County and Mullen and Mary Musselman for the installation of a septic system, say aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Motion is not carried. Item number 7 is review proposals for tower clock repairs. Mr. Chairman.
One second. I guess it's not a motion, it's just a review. Okay. All right, I'll start this. Doug, if we need you, you got to chime in here. These are the proposals of the quotes. These are the proposals to restore and get the clock working up in the clock tower. For clarification, this is only the workings of the clock. It is not restoring the whole tower. It doesn't need to be restored. We had several calls to restore the whole thing. When I brought this up a couple weeks ago, we only had one bid, and actually we had several other companies call us from around the United States. So we ended up with at least being comfortable with competitive bids at this rate. The first bid is from Smith Bell Company out of Indiana. They have given a proposal that is in the amount of $18,061. The proposals, I'll start without going into them, are all the same. It's the work to be done. It's a total replacement of all the clock workings and hands. This bid is the lowest bid. Doug started working with what I call a broker, though, out of Texas or somewhere, that works through this company. So at the beginning, we were working through a broker, not directly with the company. But you have had contact since then directly with this company. So you feel comfortable, I believe, that you're getting a response from the company itself. Because I was a little worried that this broker goes away and we're dealing with a company we don't know. Otherwise, that company reference checks all checked out good. There was one supervisor that indicated that there was a problem. They did a whole restore of the whole clock tower, or the whole clock, but it was a restore, correct?
Correct.
And
Of the original,
clock. And there was some warranty issue, and the supervisor did not give a good suggestion to this company, which is kind of odd that they put them down as a reference and they get a bad reference. So that one is a low bid. Basically, that is a low bid. Doug's comfortable dealing with the company itself, but we do have one negative response on it. The next bid is the original company out of Minneapolis. The bid, their total amount due is $19,680, so it is about $1,600 more. But all of their references came in good, no problem. Doug's been in contact with them, and they've given pretty good response. A little bit of lack of response from them up front was a concern, but now seem to be doing good. We had clarifications. One thing we had to clarify is that they're going to educate Doug as to fixing the the clock after this, so we had to worry of Minneapolis and Indiana, you know, how are we, if it breaks down, but they're gonna basically train you to do most of that. And then there was a third bid, but it, we didn't really consider it because it was considerably higher, amount of $26,840. So we really didn't even check into that company. So I think our decision is between Smith Bell Clock out of Indiana or Mechanical Watch Supply LLC out of Minneapolis. I believe, if I'm not speaking for Doug, I think he feels comfortable actually with the Mechanical Watch Supply is the one that you would recommend after talking to everybody and all the references. But it is $1,600 higher. My opinion, for what it's worth, is I think it's a toss-up. I don't know, I maybe lean towards Doug's opinion, but it is a little bit higher, so.
All right,
Any questions for?
we'll go to item number 8, and this will be the actual discussion / approval. So item number 8 is to approve and authorize the chair to sign a proposal for the clock tower repairs.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move item 8. I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. The recommendation is the Minnesota company for $19,680. Is that correct, Doug? Is that your motion? You want to ask questions?
Yes.
So motions for that company.
Okay.
All right. Name of the company?
Mechanical Watch Supply LLC. World-class clock tower restoration.
All right.
For $19,680.
If you have questions or comments from the floor?
Is there anything else from you guys?
Doug?
Doug?
Supervisor Singer?
When will this start?
Trying to say time frame.
Before the end of the year.
Are we working or starting? So we have a yes.
Go ahead and done before winter is out.
Anything else? Bob?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And motion carries to Mechanical Watts Incorporated of Minnesota for $19,680. Item number 9 is to consider / approve a request from the Greater Fort Dodge Growth Alliance to financially contribute to the production of a marketing video for Iowa's Crossroads of Global Innovation. Better known as the Ag Park.
I move item, which one? 9.
Kelly, the floor is yours.
Thank you, gentlemen. Good morning. We are getting ready to provide or produce a new promotional video that would be describe the Iowa Crossroads of Global Innovation, marketed to prospective tenants, site selectors, industry leaders for the purchase and development of that site. We've got a couple different proposals. We have chosen Screenscapes out of Des Moines, and the total amount is $21,013 for the production of that video. It will be available to be edited to make sure that we can use it in the future. In case, let's say we already have commitments by Director Debbie Durham to do a testimonial, as well as Catherine Kuhnert from American Energy, Al Vianney, plant manager at Cargill, and we have a request from the governor to actually have a testimonial. So let's say if Branson doesn't actually be elected in the next few years, and we have a way to remove his testimonial and replace it. So we want to make sure that it is still very dynamic in the future.
In your request, there's no amount on here.
Well, I wasn't doing a request. Well, I have a request, but I don't know if it's the same as what, I asked for $10,000 for half of it,
And the total package is 20.
2113.
Okay.
How do you mark it now?
We use it, for example, if a company comes in and we show that the one video, it's not necessarily targeted to the Iowa Crossroads Global Innovation. The video that we currently have is marketing the community to workforce recruitment essentially. But we also use it when we go and talk to companies and when they come in and kind of show them what kind of quality of life type of opportunities we have here, which will also be included in this video, but we'll also be able to use that as a targeted, some of the pieces that are in this video for a targeted workforce recruitment video as well. Yes, Mr. Singer?
Being reasonable about it, what would you anticipate the shelf life of this particular
The last one
production?
we did was 3 years. It was 3 years ago. I hope to have it to last longer than that, at least 5 years.
5 years.
But I mean, things happen so fast in Fort Dodge, it's hard to keep up. I mean, for example, we started watching it and the airport changes. When this video was done in the first place, Cargill and CJ were still under construction. So, you know, there's a lot going on in Fort Dodge. So hopefully we'll be able to use pieces and parts of that to you know, just add on.
So it's 5 years.
At least.
$10,000 at $2,000 a year at the most, or maybe a little more expensive than that a
Yeah.
year.
Supervisor, has a question.
Yes, sir.
Things are happening really well in Webster County too, right?
Yes.
So fast. not
Yes,
just
in
Fort
Webster
Dodge.
County.
Okay.
Remember who you're.
No, I see that, I see this, I think the other video is good, and probably is one that needs to be updated often because of things that change. This is specific to the ag park, so it's not really gonna change that much. to me.
Well, I hope it does.
Yeah, I mean, no, I hope the ag park changes, but I don't know that you're gonna necessarily have to change the video to sell the ag park.
Exactly.
So, I just think it would be a good tool to do that. With that said, as a program, I need to change my motion. I will amend my motion to say $10,000 contributed to this.
I'll second the amendment.
Okay, a motion and a second to approve the request from the Greater Fort Dodge Public Alliance to financially contribute $10,000.
Are you voting on the amendment first, or when do you need that, right away?
Well, if we can invoice you right away, it helps with your budget here.
It does.
Okay. We can get it invoiced today.
Well,
We don't know what that motion is.
So I would need to vote first on the
Yeah, she misunderstood and didn't hear the 10,000 that was included in the original. So
I just wanted to
I
make
got
it,
$10,000.
and I just wanted to make it clear that that will be come out of this budget.
And
So
it will
that
come out of this fiscal year budget.
That's the original motion that was beneath the amendment.
No, so
Okay.
Just want to make sure.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you.
Yeah, stay there, Kelly. I want to ask you that. May I ask a question, please?
Sure.
In your area, without a doubt, the cup is half full. You go to a variety of shows, you go to a variety of contacts. If you could summarize real quickly, what is the arena right now for agricultural companies overall and coming to our community, or our county?
What's the prospects? You know? I just did our pipeline, and our pipeline is about 700 jobs and $500 million of capital investment. Again, that doesn't happen overnight. Those companies are still in decision-making modes, and in a different varying phases of that. Some of these are stalled because of corn prices as well as gas prices, particularly the petroleum prices, because a lot of the companies that will go over the fence from Cargill are companies that are very new and innovative products that would replace petroleum-based products. So when petroleum is low, it's hard for them to take a risk in investing that much money. It's usually $35 to $50 million of capital investment in a facility like this, I mean, up to 100. And so when they're risking that amount of money for products that are proven out 100% yet to replace a petroleum product, it's hard for them to invest. And I also, out of experience, about 17 years of experience, we also notice that elections tend to stall projects until maybe after the election, things might pick up a little bit more too on project based. Yeah. And I mean, when I am marketing, it's to very targeted shows. For example, when I was in San Diego, it is I met with probably a dozen different companies that some of them have
critical is the availability of water and sewer for the folks that you're talking to? A big thing.
It's huge, yeah. I mean, the fact that we've already done all the pre-improvements, improvements with the DNR and the permitting for those extensions as well as additions if we need, is important. It's also important to have natural gas and electricity provided by American Energy. They have some really cool things that are coming out that we'll be able to put in the video once they're all legalized and approved. That will also be a huge marketing tool for the Thank you.
Carol, we have a 10:30 middle age, and if possible, do that, or do we continue?
That's your choice.
All right, we will continue on with the regular meeting. Item number 10 is to approve transfer from the general basic secondary road fund in the amount of $119,638 and from the rural service fund to secondary road fund in the amount of $103,770,000 per fiscal year 2015-2016 budget.
I'll move item number 10 as written.
I'll second. Questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Item 10 carries. Item number 11, consider/approve request to conduct a 24-hour, 24/7 Bible reading marathon event on the northeast corner of the Sidewalk City easement on and around June 30th through July 3rd, 2016, per Governor Branstad's proclamation dated June 7th, 2016.
Mr. Chairman,
Have a motion and a second. Questions or comments from the floor? Questions or comments from the table?
this doesn't talk about potential.
Correct.
Picture of the stuff, you know, but the motion doesn't specify tents or anything. Yeah, I guess
We're gonna ask him to weigh in when you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, think of how we clarify this for what we intend to let it do.
Sure. Mr. Supervisor Campbell asked me about this agenda item prior to the board meeting, and I have done a little bit of research on it since last week. My first advice to the board would be to follow any policy that the board has in place regarding use of county property by any group. Understanding that there is not a policy or may not be a policy on that, my next advice would be to treat any group requesting use of county property equal. So what you do for this group, you would have to do for another group a week from now. Understanding the concerns between separation of church and state, just so the board's aware, any regulations that the county places on any group's use of public property outside of the policy must be reasonable. It must be a reasonable time, manner, and place restriction. So basically, you can't impede any group's First Amendment rights unless it's a reasonable restriction on when they can do it, where they can do it, and how they can do it. In this case, the group is requesting to, it's my understanding, the group is asking to use a portion of the county property and a portion of the city property. Is that accurate?
According to the map, Carol.
I would assume because the area that they talked about was the, out by the statue, which of course is clearly county property. But when they're on public sidewalks, that's the city's.
Okay. And that is one thing that the group and the county should be aware of. I mean, you are controlling and governing how the county property is used, but not how the city sidewalk is used. So whatever regulations the county places on the use of the property by any group, if the county wants to say that they don't want basically, the county just has to look at how reasonable the rules they're putting on the use of the property is. And then like I said, my next piece of advice would be the, if it did spill over into the city sidewalk, that's not under the county's control, and that's something the local law enforcement would have to deal with.
So we're only talking about the sitting area out here now, the sidewalk or the alley would be part of the discussion. Have they mentioned anything about PA Carroll?
Not to mind,
They do want to place a tent, though, is that correct?
I don't know if I call it a tent. Again, the paper she filed to be on the agenda here shows an umbrella.
Mr.
I
Chairman,
think that's
Supervisor.
I did receive one phone call from an individual who resides in the apartment building just to the west here, who was concerned about if this is an ongoing 24/7 type of endeavor, that individual feels that she will be disturbed in a time when it's normally quiet in the area. That was her biggest concern. She did point out that if we sanction this, that ultimately we must then sanction any group that comes along that would like to use it as well. And say we do or we don't, that was her calls that she was making at the time. That's the only phone call or comment that I received.
I don't know how we do this with the motion. This is where I stand on it. It's my belief that anybody has the right to stand on our property and speak about whatever they wish to speak about. I think it's another thing that we allow any group to put tents or PAs or anything on the property. That's where I think we need to keep our control. And so, and when you brought the word sanction, I do have some problem with the separation of church and state or whatever, however you call it, that we're sanctioning something. I don't think that's what we're being asked to do. We're just asked to allow them, but we got to realize that we should allow anybody. But backing up, I guess what I'm trying to clarify is I think anybody has a right to stand on those rocks today and talk if they want to, and talk at night if they want to, as long as they're not disturbing the peace. But I think that's a city police matter if they want to do that. So I know that was gray as mud, but where I stand on this is I think I have no problem with them standing out there speaking. I think it's a public property that can do that. I don't think we should sanction it, and I don't think we should allow any tents or anything on there.
I don't think we need to approve anything.
And that's why I'm saying, I think we just don't approve anything.
I don't think we even act on it. I mean, if they want to come and read the Bible for 3 days, or 24/7, I don't think we, if they want to do that, I'm fine with that. I don't have to approve it or disapprove it. They have the right to do it. It's a public area.
Well, council's going to love this question. What is the difference between not approving this motion or request and approving it?
I think the only difference is, if my memory serves me correctly, last week they specifically requested to use a tent. And if they, whatever they show, the umbrella tent, whatever it is, if the county does not want that there, I think they have to act on this request. Since there are no policies in place, I think the board would have to act on the request to say no tent or no umbrella.
What if they put a tent out?
I'm personally unclear how it would be handled if they put a tent up. I assume somebody from the county could ask them to take it down.
But you
I
also
think
said,
still, before, it's really the only action item we have here is whether or not you put a tent up. Because I agree, they can come and speak there if they want.
They're not muddy water, that's not what this says.
it doesn't say they can put up a tent or anything. That's what my original question was. It just says that they can have their
You
reading
have
there.
a copy of this, exactly what they're going to check.
So because that was in the packet, it is considered part of my motion.
Well, okay. You can amend your motion any way you can, but the motion that her request to conduct this final reading event on the northeast corner, sidewalk city easement, her language. You might say sidewalk seating, or blue sidewalk with seating area.
Okay.
Mary, do you have any other restrictions?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. If the board just walks away from this and doesn't do anything, they have a right to stand there and talk, do whatever they want to do. I don't know what their right would be to put a tent.
So that's why you were suggesting that we clarify that in this motion.
If you wish.
So I just need to amend my, it sounds like the best way is to amend my motion to state that. So that's what I'll do. I will amend my original motion to clarify or state that we are approving their request to have this reading, but that they are not allowed to have any structures or any speakers or basically any address system for the event.
Yeah, I would second that motion.
Questions or comments on the amendment to the motion? We'll vote on the amendment. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The amendment carries. Now we'll go to the motion for item number 11. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. The next item on the agenda is the 10:30 or 45. Bid opening for the following projects. Project number 1 is L-690200-73-94 on 340th Street, east of Kansas Avenue, over open ditch of Drainage District number 48. And project number 2 is L-902408-73-94 on Fairbanks Avenue, north of 200th Street, over south branch of Lizard Creek.
Mr. Chairman?
Okay. I'm Randy Will, County Engineer. Usually you like to clarify a few things before we open the bids. Again, it's as the motion reads, there are 2 projects. And just want the notice of bidders was advertised in the county newspapers and the DOT letting bulletin. And I'm going to verify there's an acceptable form of proposal guarantee in the form of a certified check or a cashier's check or a bid bond. The bidding proposal form includes several bid items, and I'll verify that they have completed all of them properly, but I'm only going to read the total amount for each bid. And so I think we have something to read. I can, if anybody wants tab sheets here, I think. Okay, so there's 2 projects, and the projects are not tied, and we'll try to read them in an order where we can mark them down. Okay, I have a proposal from Richards Construction Company, Sac City, Iowa. And I think that one's only for project 690210. Okay? And they have a DOT Okay. Their total is $70,774.50. 70774.50. Then I have, the next one is from Iowa Ridge and Culver, Washington, Iowa. This is for the 90-2408 project. Don't mind bouncing around here. They have a DOT bid bond signed and sealed. And their total is $618,520. 618,520.00. Next we have a bid from Whiteman Incorporated, Dow's, Iowa. They have the DOT bid bond signed and sealed. And this is project 90-2408. And their total is $423,668.00. 423,688.00. And then I have the bid from Whiteman Incorporated Dow's for project 690210. Bid bond, DOT signed. Their total is $51,885.00. 51,885.00. Next we have Progressive Structures from Alcater, Iowa. Bid bond project 90-2408. They have a DOT proposal. Signed. Their total is $417,295.00. 417,295.00. And then Progressive has a bid for project 690210. The bid bond sealed and signed. Their total is $61,450.00. 61,450.00. Next we have Rognus Brothers Excavating, Lakeville, Iowa. I'll do project 690210. Their bid bond is DOT sealed and signed. Their total is $53,178.00. 53,178.00. And Rognus again on project 90-2408. The bid bond signed and sealed. Total is $402,527.50. 402,527.50. Okay, so we got two more. Peterson Contracting Incorporated, Rhinebeck, Iowa, project 690210. They have DOT bid bond signed and sealed. Their total is $77,338.00. 77338.00. And then Peterson Contracting on 902408. Bid bond is signed and sealed. Their total is $548,232.50. 548,232.50. And the last bidder is Midwest Contracting, Marshall, Minnesota. And I'll read 690210 first. And a bid bond, and then the mutual signed and sealed. Their total is $73,587.02. Maybe it's 006 instead. That's 00, excuse me. 73,587.00. Then Midwest Contracting on project 902408. Mutual signed and sealed. Their total is $410,190.00. 410,190.00. So, those are writing anything down. Again, they're not, one thing we do need to do is check the several bid items. They have unit price and quantity and make sure the extensions and mass there. Most times it is, occasionally there might be a minor glitch. How we have it set up is the projects are not tied, and if you can tell me who the apparent low bidders are, in my handout, I made a recommendation on how you can proceed.
Randy, I got her up for us.
Okay.
It looks like vitamin.
Vitamins go on one and rock is another.
Okay. The Whiteman on 690210 is, it looks like the apparent low bid is $51,855.00. And then on the 902408, I have Rogers Brothers Lake Mills at $402,527.50. So, what I would, unless there's more comments or questions, if you could make a motion to authorize my office, myself, to send the contract to the contractor lowest responsible bid subject to our final math review. We draft the contract, we send them the information, and before we sign the contract, they need to submit their performance bond and a certificate of insurance along with the signed contract. And we put that on the agenda at a future date.
Both of these companies.
Yep.
Before.
Yeah, I think everyone on this list is a certified bidders list, and very reputable people that have bid here, and two apparent low bidders are very reputable bidders. Whiteman broke through here today. He's been in Humboldt County and Wright County, and finally come into Webster County.
Does he, since he was close on the other one, you still want to mobilize down here just for the one?
Pardon me?
He was close on the other one, so, I mean, you just got one project, you still want to do it.
Oh, yeah, I want to still do it.
Okay.
Bring it into the.
I'm looking forward to being here.
Okay.
I've been here a lot.
Yeah.
Second, third, last. This is going to be last if you're second.
That's right. Thank you for.
Any questions or comments from the floor on the bidding process? Questions or comments from the board? If not, I would ask for a motion.
I'll make a motion, we have Whiteman do project number L-690210 and Robbins Brothers do L-90248.
And authorize the county engineer to sign
Yes.
contract. Sir, but we'll have subject to the engineer's final review.
Just like you said.
Just like that.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The next item on the agenda is the citizens' opportunity to address the board with items not on the agenda. All right, Board of Supervisor Committee report. Supervisor Nicola?
At the CBB meeting, we had one person come in, we allocated $1,000 for them to do a project. Other than that, that was it. If you're doing a project in Portage, bring people into town, staying in hotels, buying groceries, or buying food here, come see the CBB. They might be able to help you with advertising and promoting your project. A little fun. Crime Stoppers. Go along well, their budget's good, so